Welcome everybody back. I'm Frosty Fricks, and we're about to get into another installment of this week's MGN Gaming News. Feels like today, though, we're going to have a bit to go over, so buckle in. It's going to be interesting. First, let's talk about a case involving CD Projekt and an individual by the name of Andrzej Sapkowski. If you don't know who CD Projekt is, they're the guys who made that wonderful series called The Witcher. However, Sapkowski is the guy who is the original creator of the character in itself. The story and everything was bought by CD Projekt once upon a time ago. However, Sapkowski recently feels that he is entitled to royalties based on sales that have been done for the DLC and the sequels. Now, what he's targeting is Article 44 of the Copyright Act, which talks about reproductions of original material. Sapkowski believes with the adaptations that have been done with his original idea that he's at least entitled to about 5 to 15% of the profits made from the sequels and the DLC. Project Studios, however, is denying the claim outright, stating that it is groundless. And honestly, I believe that they are absolutely right, as they bought the original idea, the original content outright from Sapkowski. My personal opinion is that he is fishing for more money on the grounds he might have sold it for under what it is actually worth. And I will leave a link to the Copyright Act in the description as well. That way you guys can read it over. Just hit Control F and type in Article 44, you'll be able to find it. Alexander Ovechkin, the NHL player, has secured a spot as a commander on a US and Russian naval ship in the game World of Warships. This is an interesting turn, as he'll be voicing one of the commanders, and you'll also get some perks like enhanced targeting and survivability. It may seem weird that World of Warships is taking this turn, but they are located in Belarus, so getting Ovechkin, a man who scored more goals in NHL history than any other Russian, is a pretty big deal for them. Next up is Nintendo coming into the news. They were in the news a couple times last week. One of the big ones was when Bowsette showed up on the internet as just something funny and fun, something made, but then it blew up into something much bigger. And what's interesting, it also helped them out a little and raised their stocks, having no direct relationship to any game. But with the positive out of that, there's been a small negative that I'm not sure many people have talked about. I know I got this information off a couple other channels, and that is Nintendo might be charging for DLC. Now let me explain. Many companies like PlayStation and Xbox has a form of premium online service where you got the Xbox Live and PlayStation Pro. Nintendo has something very similar to all that, where it allows you to play against other individuals online. You can buy things at discounted prices. It's awesome. However, there was an interesting predicament that came up recently involving a person on Twitter by the name Han Solo. Yes, I know, but it's a Twitter name. Understand this. What had happened, he went to go get some DLC for a game called Lego World Game, and the issue he ran into was it said he needed the premium membership. Now, you never need a premium membership for anything else legitimately to download DLC to your game. I mean, that'd be like forcing an individual to have Xbox Live to download the latest update to Skyrim. It would be ridiculous. So what he did was he contacted WB Games for support, and they contacted him back stating that no, this wasn't a glitch. This is actually part of Nintendo's new rules and that they had to follow them. They do apologize, however. Now, the issue that falls out of that is if Nintendo is doing this and they are moving forward with this, and this isn't an isolated incident, this might actually end up being very bad. Nintendo will be starting a trend, I feel, in companies forcing you to have a premium membership in order to download anything. And I'm hoping that's not going to be the case, because that would be a very bad move and most likely would anger a lot of individuals. Personally, if this is a thing that Nintendo's going to be doing, I don't think this is the path they should choose. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. I'm more than willing to discuss this with you. Now, in the news of why is this even a thing, comes the announcement of another movie based on a game. And I can't believe I'm saying this, but Dance Dance Revolution, the movie? Really? Come on. It's actually going to be a thing. I was shocked when I read that. And yes, it was cleared. This is going to be a thing that happens. And here's their little punchline right here. Here's a little elevator pitch. Explore a world on the brink of destruction where the only hope is to unite through the universal language of dance. What gets me more is Konami gave their blessings for this. But I have to say, why? Why is this needed? Our history with video game movies is not so good, so why continue this issue? I don't know what to think beyond that. Now, here's the thing that some of you came for, because I had it in the title. Don't worry, it's not misleading. It's actually going to be answered, and that is the big question. The one question that's on everybody's mind outside of what am I getting for this Christmas is what is Soldier 76's middle name? And according to an Ask Me Anything tweet that was tweeted out to Michael Chu, the question it asked, what is the middle initial on Soldier 76's dog tag? Michael Chu responded, Francis. His name in the middle is Francis. His middle name is Francis. So he's John Francis Jack Morrison. Jack's like a nickname, but he's John Francis Morrison. It's an interesting turn for his name. I believe he was named after two big people in history. I believe it was like John Lennon and Jim Morrison. So throwing Francis in there was just a little bit of a curveball for everybody. But it didn't stop other individuals try to probe for a little bit more information. Further probing was attempted, but Michael Chu responded with exactly what you think he would. Me being a Junkrat fan, I would love to see another alternate skin for a Halloween for Junkrat outside of his Dr. Junkenstein skin. And you can't say Hayseed. Come on, guys. We all know that. That ain't right. But at the same rate, I hate that skin. I really do. It's not one of my favorite ones. That has been this week's news. There's a ton of articles always coming across my desk at any point in time. I would love to sit here and discuss them with you. And I want to hear what you guys think. I always do. So as usual, this is an open-ended conversation. You guys are more than welcome to chime in. Tell me what you guys think about any of the articles that we talked about in the comment section below. I would love to read those and I would love to respond to those. Thank you guys very much for watching. Before you go, if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell icon. If you love this video, don't forget the like button. I've been your host, Frosty Fix, reminding you to stay frosty, my friends, and keep moving forward.